Hi everybody, my name is Michael Lee, and today I'll be presenting my app as well as the research I did called FitConnect, which is a fitness/social media application. So just a little bit about me. I currently attend Northwood High School in California, SoCal. I'm 16 years old. I'm in 11th grade currently, and some of the things I enjoy doing are coding, fashion, movies, and fitness. And I've been developing FitConnect across this school year, basically, just working on it. So how I got the inspiration to create this app was in the beginning of the pandemic. So like around 2 years ago, many people were restricted to their homes, and I was doing swimming at the time as my sport. But since we were restricted to our homes, I couldn't go out to the pool or anything because everything was closed. So um, that's when I began to get into the world of fitness and exercise and just working out from my home. And one thing I found when I started working out was that there was the fitness community, there's just a surplus of information online, and it was really hard for me to find what the optimal exercises to do, like how to create a plan, like what to eat and all these things, because there's different people telling you two different things. They're saying oh, maybe you should do this, I think this is better. Other people are disagreeing, saying no, I think this is the best way to do it. So it was kind of overwhelming for me. So that was my inspiration for creating this app, is to make it a better experience for people getting into fitness overall. So what is FitConnect exactly? Well, FitConnect is a fitness application that utilizes big data, social community, and exercise tracking. It allows users to create personalized workout plans and connect with other friends. And all of the data is stored inside a Firebase database, which has a user authentication system to ensure that your data is safe. So now I'm going to be showing a little bit of a demo of the app. Give me 1 second to set it up. Okay, so here's the emulator that I'm going to be using, and upon opening the app, this is the first thing that you're going to see. It'll ask you for a username or password if you have an account already, and you'll sign in here. But if you don't, you can click this button right here, and it'll ask you to create a new account. So just to kind of show you, I'm going to create an account first, and just say and then we'll just make a password. And then once you confirm it, it'll ask you for a date for your split. You can choose certain exercises or days that you want, and then you can continue onto the app. So this is the app itself. Is divided into 4 different pages. So what you're seeing right now is the home page of the app, and you can scroll through and you'll see different people's posts and things like that, as you can see from different users. Right here is where you can create your own posts, allow you to make a caption, and you'll be able to post your own pictures. Moving on to the next page, this is the plan page where you'll be able to see your workouts. Currently, since we haven't created anything yet, they'll say there are no exercises, but I'll get into that later. So if you click on add exercises on a certain day, you'll be introduced to this screen right here. And right here, you can see there'll be 3 different types of exercises. So you have weights, weighted exercises, body weight exercises, things like push-ups, sit-ups, those kind of things. And then you'll have cardio, which is running, swimming, jump roping, anything like that. So let's say you want to add a weighted exercise. You'll click on that, and then it'll ask you which exercise you want to choose from. Right now, there's only 3 different ones that you can choose from, but in future development, I'd want to add more, but this is just for the demonstration. Let's say you want to add a back squat, and then you'll be asked to put in how many repetitions you want. So let's see, 8 repetitions. And then the weight you want, let's say you want 8 repetitions of 100 pounds. So once you have this, you can add as many sets as you want. So let's say you want to do 3 sets of this. You'll be able to edit each one. So once again, do 8 reps, 100 pounds, 8 reps, and then also 100 pounds. So once you have this, you'll be able to save it. And then if you go back to this page, you can see it's now been updated to have an exercise. So you have back squat, it'll tell you each set and how many weights and repetitions that you want to do. You'll be able to do this for all the different days you want, and if you when you log back in, all this information will be saved. so you'll remember what exercise you did and what days and how many repetitions. So now moving on to the friends page. Currently, since this is a new account, you do not have any friends. Right here, you can add friends just by their email. But if you don't know, then over here, there's a bunch of different names. Right now, there's currently some random accounts in here that we created in the Firebase, so that's why they pop up here. So let's say you wanted to add John. Ask you if you're sure. You'll add them. Tell your friend has been successfully added, and here it'll display their profile right here, and it'll tell you different things such as their hobbies or their workouts. You'll be able to, if you want to add more friends, you can keep adding friends and see their favorite workout is squat. So moving on now is a profile page. Currently, I'm not sure why this isn't working right now, but here's where you'll be able to edit your own profile, and you can see age, height, gender, hobby, favorite workout, and that information that's displayed there is what other people will see in your profile, and you'll also be able to view your own posts. So currently, since you don't have any posts yourself, that it would show up there. But give me 1 second, I'll go back to one of the accounts that we've tested on. Sign in. As you can see, this is a different account, and it already has some workouts saved in there. And if we move on to the profile, you can see that our posts are displayed right here. We can also edit our own profile to change if you want to update our age, our hobbies, things like that for other people to see. That will show up there. So yeah, that's just a little demo of the app. In the code itself, FitConnect was created with the program Flutter, and it was used with the language Dart. And here's just an example of some of the parts of it. So the expansion panel list, this is what we use for the plan page. We use this widget in order to allow people to, it's like a drop down, and it allows you to select different exercises and add your different exercises to create your plan. This one right here is the code that contains user information, and this will be transferred to the Firebase and shows your email, like your first name, last name, password, and this is all part of the user authentication system that ensures that other people don't steal your email or use your name in order to log in, making sure it's safe. So this is also the Firebase, which is where all the data is stored. It's separated into 3 different parts, which has collections, documents, and different fields. This particular database is organized into 4 different classes, which has user posts, comments, posts, and user information. These 4 classes have different subcategories with various data and are all organized meaningfully to provide for efficient access. For instance, the class shown, user information, contains all the emails of the users, and each email has a different collection containing their workout plan and cumulative workout sessions, while the other field contains all their information such as friends, age, name, password, and more. So some of the challenges that we ran into throughout the development of the application was designing the front end of the application to make it look simple yet professional. Another part was integrating the Firebase with the application. And then also one of the things we ran into in the middle was redesigning the plan page. It was really difficult to work around because there's many different types of exercises. As shown in the demo, you saw there was weighted, body weight, and cardio, but it's difficult because let's say for weighted exercises, you have like a bench press. You'll have the weight that you use, so like 100 pounds, and then it'll have like the repetitions and then different rounds. But for something that's like cardio, like running or swimming, there's not really like any weight to add. So it was difficult to work around that. You have to count it by like time and distance. So that was one thing we had to work around. We had to revise the Firebase and the code midway through. And since we had to revise the whole plan page, it kind of created like a snowball effect in which you had to edit one part and then that led to another part having to be changed, and all like the parts in the different pages of the code before that were connected to the previous plan page had to be changed to accommodate for the new one. And the reason that we changed the one in to the new plan page or had to redesign it was because it was just not very, it didn't look very good and it wasn't really working correctly, and it was kind of difficult to add new exercises, and we're just running into a lot of errors. Another thing that was difficult was integrating a friend system into the code, how to add friends, and also displaying the posts and interacting with different people. So those are all kind of intertwined with the social media system of this application. Another challenges that we faced during the research was keep making the social media feature an integral part of the app, because we didn't want people to just use this app for the workout creation system. We also wanted them to use the social media feature to interact with people and gain extra information and help. That was another thing, was keeping users motivated, and keeping them, making sure that they kept coming back to the app and wanted to use it. And we also wanted to manage the data in an efficient manner. Now for the experiments, we carried out 2 different experiments. Our first one, there were a total of 10 different people used to determine results about the effectiveness of the app. The first experiment that we conducted was to find out how long it took for any given user to create a new account and interact with another user or to make a friend. Upon first opening the app, each user was timed to see how long it took them to create an account and then how long it took to add a friend. And they were just timed, but they did not know about this, or they did not know like why they're being timed, in order to provide like true accuracy and see like if they actually wanted to add people. So surprisingly, we actually found that most people were pretty quick to add new people. The average time was around 2 minutes and 12 seconds, which show positive results, as they show that the social media system of the app is a valid part of the application that allows users to connect with each other easily. Our second experiment was the actual overall effectiveness of the app concerning people's fitness experience. Sorry. So out of the 10 subjects that we used, we separated them into 3 groups, evenly divided, and it was organized by people who had no exercise experiment. There's people who sometimes exercise, and then it was people who consistently exercise. And they were given a 2-week period to use the application. And upon returning, they were asked to rate the application, their overall experience, on a scale of 1 to 10. So we found that people with no experience generally had a very good, no exercise experience generally had a very positive overall fitness experience. As you can see, they rated it 9. People with some exercise experiment rated it 8.5, a little bit lower, while people who were more experienced and had consistent fitness experience rated it a 7. And this kind of shows how people who have more experience, they generally already are very well versed and have a lot of knowledge in fitness, and they don't necessarily need to use some of the features, such as like the social media feature and connecting with other people, as they are not in as much need of information as others. So in future developments of this application, I'd want to further flesh out the features of the application. I'd want to integrate a machine learning system to recommend friends and posts. I want to add a chatting feature between friends, which would improve the interactions between people and allow people to easily gain access to information, especially for new users. And I'd also want to add more workouts in the database. As you saw earlier, there's only 3, which was bench press, squat, deadlift for weights. I want to add a lot more exercises, and make the experience generally more diverse. As far as the research aspect, I want to have a larger scale research combined with the new features that we have, because with the new features, I think it would improve the experience of the app overall and make it easier for people to connect with another, as said before. So I'd want to put those features to the test, and I would want to have more people included in these experiments. And yeah, that's basically it. Thank you.